Hey, Shabbat Shalom everyone, this is Chris Shomeyr, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Weekly Way, your weekly devotional commentary on the Torah, half-Torah, and Brit Hadesha portions. Today we are in Parashah, or Torah portion number 30, which is Kedoshim, meaning holiness, and is taken from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1, all the way to chapter 20, verse 27. Holiness does not have to be a mystical term. It just means to set something apart for a specific use because it's special. Setting apart clean and kosher animals from unclean animals is a part of being holy. Setting apart each person as an individual and to love them as such is a part of what we call holiness. Being honest in business dealings is also what being holy means. Holiness involves every aspect of life. It starts in the sacred and continues on into the secular. Now in our half-Torah portion in Ezekiel chapter 20, Ezekiel tells us that God took Israel out of Egypt to separate them, to make them holy. And what is the purpose of being holy? The answer is in our Brit Hadesha text, which is Titus chapter 2, verses 13 and 14. This speaks of us being peculiar, another term that would indicate separateness and holiness. So we can live differently from the rest of the world by keeping the Torah, by keeping God's commandments and God's instructions, by doing good works. This is part of what being holy means, part of being separated, because the world at large does whatever they want. Whatever feels good, do it. It's moral relativism. What's good for me may not be good for you. What's right for me may not be right for you. Do what thou wilt is the whole of the law, is basically the John 3:16 of the Satanic Bible. So everybody does what they want. So in order for us to separate ourselves from the world, and again, the word separate is another term or definition for being holy, set apart from the world, being different from the world, and everything that we say or do, God's instructions, God's Torah, tells us how to live physically, mentally, and spiritually, what to eat, what not to eat, what to wear, what not to wear, how to keep ourselves well physically. There's medical instructions of quarantine and staying away from bloodborne pathogens and biological hazards, and separating ourselves when we get sick, and then there's other commandments that deal more with the spiritual and moral fiber of a person. What is considered sin? What is considered right and wrong? What is considered fairness? It's all there in God's Word. And when we follow that, and how do we follow that? How do we even go about it? Well, sometimes instructions and rules and regulations and laws, litigation, all that legal babble can kind of become confusing to a person, even if they're just reading the Bible. So luckily, and thank God, that He sent His Son, Messiah Yeshua, in order for us to know how to keep the commandments. Because Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus Christ, was perfect. He never sinned once. And sin, according to 1 John 3:4, is a breaking of the Torah, is a breaking of the law. So He lived out the law perfectly before us, and His example is given to us in the 4 Gospels. So if we can walk in the footsteps of Yeshua our Messiah by walking and following in the Torah, in God's laws, God's commandments, God's instructions, that's the key right there. And that's the key to separateness, and that's the key to holiness. And when we do, we will look a little odd and look peculiar because, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. And we're not participating in the things that the world participates in. So we're going to look strange and funny at times and odd, and we're going to be pointed out. And, people are going to not understand, and they're going to accuse us, therefore, of being bigoted and intolerant and holier than thou and self-righteous. And, the same things were said about Yeshua. And He said, if they said the same things about me, He's going to say the same things about you. He said the same, people said the same things about the prophets. So you're in good company. So hopefully you enjoyed and understood and are able to apply this Torah, half-Torah, and Brit Hadesha portion regarding the Torah portion, Kedoshim, holiness, to your heart, life, and mind. Thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great week. Shabbat Shalom and Shavua Tov. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at abrahamsdescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom.